UFC 300 has ended a few hours ago. I'll give my conclusion to the card at the end of the video, so stay tuned and let's jump straight to it. Okay, kicking us off, CODY versus DEIVESON. DEIVESON won. I predicted DEIVESON on this one, and I got it right. I'm happy with that. Did I say DEIVESON will win by submission in the video? I think I did. And then we have Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. Yes, he was not called Jim Miller. Which was a bit disappointing, but yeah, sadly Jim Miller lost, which would have been the end of my bets, because in the prediction video I said I will bet on whoever I predict. I predicted Jim Miller, and for some reason I put it on Bobby Green. For some reason, but Bobby Green did win by unanimous decision. Yep, unanimous decision. Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. Jessica Andrade won that. I'm happy with that. That one I didn't really watch. I didn't get to see much of that one. MOICANO versus Jalin Turner. Again, got that one right. I was very happy with that one. I enjoyed that one. That was very fun. This was already a good start to UFC 300. This is good. I enjoyed this. This was a good start. This kind of built up the expectations of this is going to be a good card. And then SODIQ YUSUFF versus Diego Lopes. Oh my god, when you saw that, you go knockout of the night. You're like, oh my god, that's knockout of the night. It was very good. Diego Lopes did very well. HOLM. Now this fight pissed me off. Of all fights of the night, this was the worst one. Not because it was women, not because of what happened. HOLM gave up. She didn't even try and stop the submission attempt and got submitted in round 2. Yes, KAYLA had her back and probably was going to submit her no matter what. But in my opinion, HOLM just didn't fight. She just gave up. As soon as the choke was in, she went. She was done. She didn't want none of it. She didn't want to attempt to get out of it. So... And the whole fight, she was trying to get the takedown. It's like, why are you trying to take down someone who's going to grapple, wrestle, and beat you on the ground? HOLM did terrible. That was the worst. I've even said it on Instagram. That was the worst performance I've ever seen of HOLM. That was so poor. Then we had Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. Sadly, this fight was a bit of a snooze fest. It's not like it was a terrible fight. It's just, I'm just getting into grappling and wrestling and trying to learn it myself, and it's a bit difficult to enjoy. It's one that I know a lot of fans don't enjoy. So for this fight, yeah, it makes sense. This one 100% is a bit difficult to enjoy, because not a lot was happening. Not like they were both trying to fight for positions, and doing so they were stopping each other from getting a position, which kind of made it feel like a bit of a stalemate. But it was a good fight, but it just didn't feel 300 worthy, in my opinion. You know, this whole card had been hyped up so much. I feel like this was the most disappointing fight on the card, but it was still good nonetheless. Yuri Procházka, my god, Yuri Procházka. I watched this one and I went, this one, when I first saw it, I went, this one is fight of the night. Yuri Procházka versus Aleksandar Rakić went toe to toe, head to head. It was so good. It was enjoyable. I really enjoyed this fight. There was a lot going on and I enjoy that. Yuri Procházka won performance of the night. I didn't even notice that. Holy crap, that's good. He deserves it, man. That I'm a huge fan of Yuri Procházka, so this was absolutely amazing to see him get a win back. And now we kick off the main card. Good start to the main card. Cody Brundage did very well, but Bo Nickal is just too good. Bo Nickal did absolutely perfect. I enjoyed that fight. Would I say I would still probably switch these two around, but this 100% was good. Still good. This one made me sad. This one made me depressed. This one killed my bet, and this one was the other one that I got wrong, which made me very, very sad. Charles Oliveira, I swear, in round 1, there was a few seconds at the end of the round, Arman Tsarukyan kind of dropped his chest, and it looked like he went out for about a few seconds, and he came back, and it's like, that is so sad, man. I had Charles Oliveira winning round 1, I think, and then Arman Tsarukyan took the rest of it. But the last round was quite close, and definitely could have gone either way, but I do believe Arman Tsarukyan deserved the win. I believe he just did more in round 2 and 3, and Charles Oliveira just didn't do as much as he needed to do. We're gonna skip this one. We're gonna skip fight of the night, alright? Because, oh my god, and performance of the night. We're gonna skip this one. This one's just too good. It has, like, I even said this should have been main event. This one, as good as all fights are, This one, main fucking event. So good. But we'll come back to it. Zhang Weili versus Yang Jianan. It was good. This was good. Yang Jianan got she got choked out. She was asleep. At the end of round 1, she was sleeping. And then in the corner, apparently they do smelling salts, which wasn't actually smelling salts. It was just ice. DC, Daniel Cormier, please don't do that to me again. But the way Yang Jianan, even though she lost, how she came back from being choked out, like you could tell she was asleep. How the ref didn't call that off was insane. And in my opinion, I'm very happy he didn't. I'm so happy he didn't call that off, because even though like Zhang Weili was struggling, she wasn't having an easy night in there. It wasn't a one-sided fight. Yang Jianan did very well. It's not like, yes, it was obviously a bit of a one-sided fight. Zhang Weili was definitely winning the fight, but it wasn't like, oh, if we, like anything could have happened. You know, Yang Jianan kept catching Weili massively, and it's like anything can go in this fight. So far, all of these fights except Aljamain Sterling's fight and Holly Holmes, no disrespect, the rest of these fights all deserve a massive card, and this was the one, and this is perfect. And Alex Pereira versus Jamal Hill. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Jamal Hill kind of landed a little low, not like super low that it hurt Pereira. He landed low. It might have even just been above the cup, and Herb Dean goes in to break up the fight, give Pereira his 5 minutes, and Pereira looks dead at Jamal Hill, grabs Herb Dean's hand, pushes him away with his stone face as he is, and uppercuts Jamal Hill and basically kills him. Bro gave him the biggest uppercut ever. He said, "You're gonna kick me down there, I'm gonna uppercut the shit out of you." And my god, it was good. It was so good. But now we gotta talk about fight of the night. Performance of the night. These two motherfuckers, the baddest motherfuckers, have just solidified their position in the Hall of Fame. Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway. Such a good fight. Justin Gaethje could have won. 100%. But at the end of round 1, he had his nose broken. Then he had an eye poke. He got eye poked twice. One in each eye. Everything was going wrong. I read somewhere that someone was like, the BMF belt is cursed, so Max Holloway might want to get rid of this belt as soon as possible. But my gosh, that was such a good fight. So good. But guys, that's UFC 300 done. That's UFC 300 in the book. We have UFC 301, which not a lot of people are excited for. Usyk versus Potan, I think it was. I might be wrong about that. I'll have to check. And then we have 302, which is Islam Makhachev versus Dustin Poirier. And then 303, which will be the one and only Mystic Mac returns to the octagon to fight Iron Michael Chandler. But that's it from me for today. I'll catch you all next week for the next fight card, and I'll catch you in a bit. Take care and peace.